In Ukraine, the situation on the front lines remains tense. Hostilities continue along the entire length of the contact lines. In the Kharkiv region, the Armed Forces of Ukraine, AFU, control the Prudankia, Pitomnik, Rubizhnoye front line. The AFU attempt to advance in the direction of Lipetsk and Kosklepan, aiming at reaching the Russian border. The AFU also continue attempts to cross the Seversky Donetsk River in the Chepil area. Ukrainian forces are advancing from Old Saltov in the direction of the village of Ternovaya, where the battles continue. According to some reports, the village is already under the control of the AFU. In the area of Izium, clashes were reported in the area of Kryuka and Pashkovo, as well as in Velikia Khermishovaka. Fighting continues near the town of Liman. Some tactical advances of Russian forces were reported near the village of Dolgonkoe, where they took some heights. East of Oskol, Russian control of the village of Novosavolka was reported. The work of Ukrainian aviation continues in the region. On May 12th, a Ukrainian MiG-29 was shot down near Lozova. Russian troops continue unsuccessful attempts to gain a foothold on the west bank of the Seversky Donetsk River near the village of Belogorovka. According to Ukrainian military sources, 5 attempts of Russian forces to establish a pontoon crossing and cross the river were thwarted. The Russian-led units suffered heavy losses. According to drone footage taken from the spot, 73 units of Russian equipment were destroyed. On May 13th, the beginning of the assault by Russian-led forces on the city of Severodonetsk was reported by local sources. Clashes broke out on the outskirts of town. The Allied forces are advancing from 3 directions from the north. During their retreat, the AFU blew up the bridge between Rubezhny and Severodonetsk. At the same time, the AFU supply road in Lysychansk is almost under Russian fire control. Russian troops and units of the LPR seek to take the Ukrainian group in an operational encirclement. Fierce battles are ongoing in Belogorovka and Shepilovo. LPR forces began storming the village of Privole. The offensive from Propasnaya continues in the direction of Khermishovaka. There are battles for control over the villages of Orikovo and Toshkovo. Positional battles continue on the Donetsk front lines. In the Bakhmut, Advidka, Kharkovka directions, DPR units are massively shelling the enemy positions, attempting to improve the tactical situation. The Russian-led forces are advancing on Stepnoe, Novomikhailovka, Slavnoe, Novomikhailovka, and Alexandrovka Marinka. The assault on the village of Novokalinovo and Novobakhmutovka began in the Advidka area. In Mariupol, the situation remains without significant changes. Ukrainian militants are still blockaded on the territory of the Azovstal plant. Despite the attempts of the Azov fighters to mine the passages to the facilities during numerous ceasefire regimes, they failed to stop the advance of Russian forces. New territories of auxiliary enterprises along the Kalimas River were taken under LPR control. Ukrainian militants were cut off from one of the water resources. On the southern front, the fighting continues without any advances from either side. Russian air defense systems reportedly shot down at least 2 missiles with cluster munition warheads over the northern outskirts of Kherson. Russian forces in the area of Zmeiny Island are preparing for another attack by Ukrainian forces. The AFU is regrouping and transferring helicopters and S-300 complexes to the coastal areas. On May 12th, the island was targeted by Ukrainian Tochka-U missiles, but they were intercepted by Russian air defense systems. Russian cruise missiles struck military targets in the Mykolaiv, Kherson, Poltava, Kharkiv, Chernihiv and Zaporizhia regions. The Kremenchug refinery and the Poltava region was hit once again.